It's Renshi Kennudus from the Church of the Wristlock. And today I just want to talk our ultimate goal. So I started the Church of the Wristlock just as a fun thing between me and a buddy. So I got Kurt. So if you don't know, I'm a black belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. My buddy Kurt, longtime best friend of mine, he's a purple belt in Jiu-Jitsu under me. And we came up with the Purple Country Club, or the PCC. So this is our ultimate goal, and what the church is ultimately working towards. So the PCC or the Purple Country Club or whatever, we've had a couple different names throughout the side, and I've got a couple different interactions, but the idea is we want to build a inclusive community. So you want to call it a cult, you want to call it something like that. We're calling it a cult just because it's hilarious. Is it a cult? Not really. If you practice jiu-jitsu, you might be in a cult just doing jiu-jitsu that way. But ultimately the goal, we want to put together this idea where it does a couple things. We started talking about, I'll get into this, it's a deeper story, but we went away, him and me went away for a weekend, and we started talking about this really seriously. This was back in 2017 or 2018 now. So this is 5, 6 years ago. But the goal is that I'm still having a hard time describing it. It's commune meets jiu-jitsu camp or martial arts school or whatever you want. So go out, we want to get some land and be able to put some property up on it. So I don't know how to get this done. I don't know if it's buy land and then build some houses, or buy land and then put some mobile homes or something like that. But sort of you've got your land, and then you've got a ring of houses around it, and then in the middle or off to one side you've got some training areas. So it's just you build this martial arts community and you live there. And we've seen Team Alpha Male kind of did something like this where they bought a cul-de-sac, a bunch of houses right next together, and everybody lived together, and then they all jumped in a van, they drove off to their training center every day. But for us, we want to be able to live there. I'm married, I've got 3 kids. Kurt's married, he's got 3 kids as well. We've talked to other people. I've got a couple of my other jiu-jitsu guys. Max talked about, he's just expressed interest in it. Jocelyn, a couple people like that. Remember Lydia and Sean talking about it. These are all, they're married. This is not like, hey, we're a bunch of 18, 19-year-olds. We've got no family, no responsibilities. We've all got families, we've got responsibilities. But trying to get out and to put that together. My wife's she's an introvert. She likes her home life, which is, don't get me wrong, I love that about her. But this idea of being so close to people, she's not a huge fan of it. But at this point, I think I've got her convinced. Her one stipulation was so we live in Sylvan Lake, Alberta. She wants it to be within the Sylvan Lake School District. My kids go to the Chinook's Edge School District here, and the support, I've got, plans for 2 of my kids, and the school system has been amazing. Absolutely, I want to preface this. The school system we got here is absolutely phenomenal. We've been super happy with how it's worked, and we don't want to lose that for our kids. So for us to do that is to have that and keep that together. But, looked at it, I don't know if it's, again, we've all got families and things, and property is a big thing for a lot of people. It's part of their wealth and not. So this is kind of the right. Do we set it up as a nonprofit and then buy land and then people rent from us? But the problem is, again, home and having equity in that home is a big thing for a lot of people. So I don't want to take that away on the, do we set up as a corporation and you buy shares in? It could be tough for some people where it comes down to, do you have enough money to buy in, or for even a bank to lend you money to do stuff? Is that going to be tough as well? So there's a bunch of different logistical problems we're having with this. I'd love to be able to do it, but these logistical problems when it comes to doing it. Watching, there's a creator there on TikTok, mainly on TikTok, but on some other platforms as well. And he's building a recovery type thing in Arizona. I think it's Arizona. Might need be Nevada, but Arizona. He just Gats, I believe it is. He just did the Gats Deli because he was a lot of his revenue from TikTok. So he started this deli cart, and trailer, food truck kind of thing. But that's sort of one of the things where it comes to that, where being able to put that together and how do we do it. So, but, we're, of idea, community, get together, on the things, you work together. My baker, she does a lot of stuff like that. She makes some amazing cookies. But being able to do that together, if you'd love to be a part of it, I'd love to connect with you. If you have any idea on how to get this together, this would be absolutely amazing. The church is a little bit of parody, absolutely. Is it fun to do? Absolutely. Ideally, the goal would be some sort of work forward for this on can the church help support this group when it comes to the so if you've putting it out there and something that some people are interested. If you like martial arts, for me, it's always talk politics. We don't talk religion. The church talks separate, but care your sexual orientation. I don't care your political views. I don't care your religious views. That's something that when you're here to do martial arts, we're here to work hard. We're here to train. We're here to simulate unaliving each other. I gotta, I don't go afoul of these not proper words. That's all I care about. Right? I love doing jiu-jitsu. I've done jiu-jitsu, Brazilian jiu-jitsu for over 20 years. I think it's 20 years. I guess 20 now. 19 maybe. But, does Brazilian jiu-jitsu with me. My youngest, my two not so much, but the youngest one does. Friends do. Kind of where the Church of the Wristlock is. We'd love to be able to set up. And if end of the day, this is our place, right? The martial arts school, the dojo, whatever you want to call it, the academy. This is our place where we come and worship our God, the rock, our thing where we get our stress release and things like that, and do it. And we, Kurt threw this idea around, 2017, really started talking about it. A couple different things, kind of interesting, but want to really get into like traditional for classic farming. You're talking about like alfalfa or something like that. That's big for something. We're looking for something a little more focused. We had looked at doing sort of a grow operation back when the Canadian government was legalizing a certain plant, but we didn't get into that. We discussed it, but that again is finding something to how do we make this financially viable, right? And that's something. So the ultimate goal, right? Can we put together something? We can live together. We can have a good time. Do I have all the answers? No. Do I have the goal, the drive, and here's the idea? Absolutely. So, interested, awesome, but interspersed with the Church of the Wristlock and how the Wristlock is going to make your life better. Keep you updated on how the church is going to progress that way. So, buckle up. It's going to be one entertaining ride.